A champion has to make significant sacrifices. A champion has to be disciplined. A champion has to be hungry. You got to dedicate everything about you.
Train like a champion.
Champions understand that discipline is always the key.
There is no winning in excuses. There are no victories and giving up. You got to understand within you is greatness. Within you is something that is waiting. You may have to accept a few losses. You're gonna have to sometime understand that you got to lose so that you can win it all. A champion, a worker, a believer, someone that knows what it means to push, someone that understands that they got to do more than less.
And since the last time we were on, we have two more champions that came at Krugersdorp and Glendower. What a busy golf week or couple of days. And here we are. We're here to review everything and keep you entertained on a Wednesday evening. Thank you for joining us. And as you know, we want to hear from you. We want to hear your thoughts. And we have a couple of things that we're going to talk about. But yes, a jam-packed show. As I mentioned, we review the two events, and then we're going to look at the current standings, because it's the end of the month, of Series 1, Thursday Series, and Series 2, the player of the season rankings, and the qualifying, now that we have done 2 rounds for the Players' Championship. And we got some news for you on that too. Once again, thank you for joining us rather. I am going to be welcoming these guys, Donnie, Frikkie, and Wayne, are on the show today. And before we go much further, let's just test the audio. I don't think there's going to be a problem this time. So I'm going to give you all a hello, Donnie. Nice and short.
Hello, guys. How's the duck community doing tonight?
Awesome. And then we have Frikkie. No, don't play.
Hello. How's it, boys?
Lekker. And then we have Wayne. How's it, Wayne? Thank you for joining us.
How's it, everybody?
Good. Let's see. I'm looking at the chat line to see if anybody's going to complain, to see if anything's wrong. So, do we hear everybody? Yes? No? Type.
Yes, absolutely. I can hear you guys.
Yeah, well, we always hear each other. So, that's a different story. All right. Well, yes, Barry, thank you, Barry. You're very kind. Okay, so we got that little technical thing wrong. Where shall we go? Let's just go to the boys first. Ian, as ever, waiting and ready to watch the show this evening. We got Brian Owen, who had a great finish at Glendower, putting himself right back in contention in the Series 2 standings. We got Frikkie, as you know, Barry, Venter, Yebo, Gogo, Shandon. Evening, gents. We'll go down the list. Hanu, I've got a surprise for you today. We'll have a look at your swing analysis that I sent to Dylan. And boys, it's a good one to watch because, as you know, if you've played with Hanu, A, he's got a great swing on him, and B, he can bomb the ball. Mona is watching, and Yaku's watching. He says Highland Gate fever starting to grow. That is correct. The Highland Gate boys, the WhatsApp group is open, and we are counting down to the Classic, which comes in the middle of October. All right, let's get started. Well, there's some news, first of all, and the news is... the change of venue for the Players' Championship. Yes, it was at Peakenwood, but unfortunately Peakenwood are holotining their greens days before we get there, so unfortunately we can't go there anymore. And we've moved the Players' Championship to the Eye of Africa. I think it's a good choice because if you don't play in the shootout, we actually never play the Eye of Africa, so what a nice place to have a major. Do you agree, boys?
Most definitely. I think that's an awesome course to have as a major venue.
And medal, and there are a couple of holes that many of us are going to go missing. Frikkie, how is your, you were telling me Eye of Africa bites you a little.
Yeah, look, I have never played really well at Eye of Africa. I was really looking forward to Peakenwood. Had a practice round, maybe 2 already, at that course. So, bit disappointed, but just now need to go and visit Eye of Africa for some practicing.
Yeah, there's only so much.
Got to have that major title.
Only so much we can do, and when you book things a year in advance, things happen changing. So at least it's only 1 or 2 courses so far. Donnie, do you like Eye of Africa?
Yeah, I must say it's like the best round I think I had there was actually in the shootout with old Wayne up at the top when we gave old Nico and Ruben a bit of a hiding. But besides that, it's not a course. Well, there's a few holes that just normally gets me. But I like the layout. I think for most of the guys, bring a lot of golf balls as well, because if those rough is long, you're losing some.
At least you can.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is red stakes, Wayne. So you can kind of hit it away and then drop where you enter the awayness.
And hit it again away.
And hit it away. Wayne, what would your game plan be around there?
Just pretty much as usual. I'll just get on the tee box, just smash it, and then just hope for the best, and then just rely on the putting. Unfortunately, IF Africa for me is just pretty much a straightforward course, because I don't believe I hit it that long. And for some unknown reason, it's IF Africa. I usually play well there, so I'm pretty much comfortable there. I like to think of it as a home course.
Okay. Well, he says get up on the tee and just smash it, whether you come first or last, as we know. Right. What does this all mean? Well, I was doing the calendar for September and October, and have a look at this, boys. When we take into account all the Duckhook events that are happening in the next 2 months, there are 13 of them. They're not all Gauteng. There's some Durban and there's some Limpopo if you wish to play there. But there are 13 events coming in the next 2 months. That is outrageous. Starting with Wingate on the 4th. That's our next Series 1 event. Then it's a Challenge 500 at Reinsig. Can you believe? I just want to add in, if you're a Gauteng player, you play 9 different courses in 2 months. That is something to aim for. 11th, Durban guys at Kloof. 15th, we're at Jackal Creek. The 18th is Limpopo at Euphoria. The 25th is Sunday Series 2 at Banani Lakes, and then all the qualifying's done, and then we move to the Players' Championship at the Eye of Africa. You know how that all works. If you're able to play on the Friday, or able not to play on the Friday rather, then you must let me know so we can take you off the list and get the rest of the qualifiers. Then we move to October, which we know is classic tour time. It's South Down Series 1, Durban Series on the 9th. Then we go to the Classic at Highland Gate. We'll have 3 of the Durbanites joining us there. Then on the 20th is Woodhill the following week. Then it's Acacia the 23rd, and then Camille Doorn on the 30th. So plenty golf. Lots to look forward to. And then it's November, and then we're pretty much almost done, gentlemen. So that is how that looks. Now, the reason we have Wayne with us, because if you haven't, like him, jumped onto the website and hit refresh.
Yes, that's true.
Because we've reached a point where more points are allocated, which we'll go through. But let's take a look at what it now looks like with all the new allocations, because we've added the teams if you got knocked out in the group stages, and we've added the singles if you got knocked out in the round 2 and 3 ranking points. So things have changed a bit. Plus, Wayne has reached 25, so he's gotten extra bonus ranking points, because after you reach a certain amount of games, you get bonus points. So Wayne is now topping the standings at number 1 with an average of 1,004. Well done, Wayne. Cornell drops down. He's in second. Donnie right there, 27 games, so you would have got some bonus. Well done, Donnie. Played plenty of matches. 2,345 points, just behind Wayne. Steve Saunders, let me tell you something about Steve. He is still in the singles and the teams, so he's got a lot of points owed to him. So once he gets knocked out, he could get at least 400 points. That's going to jump him up. So,
but also, Maz, remember today he said that he's actually going to be away for 3 weeks. So that's going to maybe also count against him.
That might count against him. Grant Nell is there. Richard Stewart is 6. Jaco Jacobs, Vickers Lee, Frikkie Barnard, and Leon Wilson. Before we move on, boys, between Frikkie and Wayne, explain the ranking points, bonus points.
Wayne, you can try this one. Go for it.
Okay, 100%. Depending on the amount of games that you play, once you hit 25 games, you get a bonus points, which counts towards your average, not your total, but on the overall rankings, you get an average, which is what the rankings is all based on. So from 25 games, you get 10 bonus ranking points. When you hit 30, you get 15. When you hit 35, you get 20. So it goes in increments of 5 for every 5 games you've played, but it starts at 25 games. And it's pretty much as simple as that. So if you don't understand, ask.
Frikkie, anything to add?
Yeah, no, it's 100% correct. As you said, when you reach the 30 games, it's increments of 5 in the end. So don't think that you're getting 10 plus 15 plus 10 to 20, for instance. So it's just an extra 5 afterwards. And, being the recipient of the bonus points in the last 2 years, it's very valuable. So I do think between Wayne and Dani at this stage, and I think Jaco Jacobs is also there with about 27 games. Whether Steven Saunders has got the team games and singles in play, the ranking points, the averages definitely plays in your favor. So I think it's going to be a nice little finish in the next couple of 2 months.
Lots of work to do, Donnie, but you're so close. You're 1 win away from pretty much going on top. I think any one of the top 5 is 1 win away. Hey, D?
Yeah, no, I definitely think so. It's like it's still up to play for. A couple of good finishes, and somebody can just shoot up the leaderboard. I think the one thing that just maybe counts in my favor a little bit is that I've got 2 games more than Wayne. So if I play everything, it's like I might get that extra 5 bonus points in the last game, ahead of him. So I think that's the only thing that counts so far. But it's all up to play for.
Yes.
Even Frikkie can take it.
Even Frikkie, once again. And let's just remind, guys, if you're new to Duckhook, the last 2 seasons has literally come down to 1 point when it comes at the end of...
Average point, yes.
Yes, average points when it comes down to the Summer Cup at Glendower. Okay, now you're probably wondering, how the hell did Wayne get up so quickly? Because he's got a lot of top 10 finishes. He started great at the beginning of the season, then he kind of wavered a bit, but now he's back. Wayne, this is some of the selected results, mainly the top 10, except for Glendower. I just want to show what you did there, where you finished. So take us through it.
Services, I went in there and I will be honest, I was absolutely confident and I said I was going to win it. And unfortunately, I missed the putt for the win. At the beginning, like you say, Maz, the beginning of the year, game was pretty good, was decent. I was hitting all my irons, lekker and all nice. And then a little bit of a downfall if we move after the win at Dainfern, looking at the Open, and then we've got another 1 or 2 games that didn't go well. I started not hitting my irons as great, and when I was missing the greens, I was missing the greens badly. Mm-hmm. Then I was listening to what Dani had said a couple of times. I would often give Dani a bit of uphill, and he would say, no, this course, you shouldn't really take driver, and you shouldn't really, and I was always cocky and say, man, just bomb your driver. But Dani is actually 100% right, and what I did is only my 7, 8, and 9 iron have been working recently. So what I've been doing is, even with a 6 iron teeing off, just to get myself in that 150 position, so that either give or take 10 meters, I've got 7, 8, or 9 iron. Mm-hmm. Looking at my stats in the last 3 rounds, my 9 iron, I've used it about 6, 7 times. And every single time I've been putting for birdie using my 9 iron. And that's about 130, 135 out. So it really counts towards if you're looking at how you're using your game and using your strengths in the game. So I've been doing a lot of mental side in the game, trying to use that. So going through everything, and that is why I'm started climbing up again and getting up closer to the top. It's just basically just trying to keep the accuracy as we're going through. That's pretty much where it's gone down to. But I've got to say thanks to Dani, even though I gave him a whole lot of uphill. Dani, you're right. You don't have to always bash the driver, even though I'm cocky on that.
Well, thanks for acknowledging that, Wayne. I appreciate it.
Right. So that's the plan. There's not much left. Wayne, you just got to be steady coming in the rest of the season. And a couple more top 5 finishes is going to do you a massive, massive favor.
Well, I will be honest. It's great seeing that you're on top and on the top there, and you're looking at how sweet you've got 4 or almost 4 points or whatever ahead and that type of thing. But it starts applying a bit of pressure. I mean, now you're thinking when you tee off, you start having that slight little horrible voice in the back saying, don't screw this up or don't mess this one up or whatever. So there's still pressure up on there. And I mean, knowing that the guys can catch you easily. But yeah, I think if I stick to the mental side of the game and, consistently keep going and just trusting the strength of the game and using it, I'm really confident that I could pull it off.
We're going to see plenty of the green.
Frikkie, I think, sorry, Maz, just one thing. Frikkie, I think we need to do an audit on Ryan's handicap sheet. Wayne's got a lot of top 10 finishes there, and I don't think his handicap is dropping too much.
Yeah, but he's managing it very well, eh?
The problem is the saga. If we take our last game that we had, my saga to Duckhook was 5 strokes different. Saga was supposed to play off for 9, and I ended up playing off for 4 Glendower. So if there's handicap management, it's the wrong direction.
Yes, indeed. I had a question here from Hansi, and Hansi says, I did have it. Does Limpopo guys also qualify for the Players' Championship? The answer is yes. So, Henry Hall won the last one. I always have 2 or 3 extra spots to fill, and that one of the spots has gone to Henry. So he'll be joining us at the Players' Championship. Yay. Okay, the other thing I wanted to talk about, a talking point throughout the show, is should you leave the pin in or out? There's been a lot of this on social media lately, and this is the question they're asking. What do you think? I am not a pin in type of person. There's been too many occasions where I've putted it and it's hit the pin and skewed off. Quick comments from the boys, and then on the bottom, you in the chat line, you can let us know in or out, and why. Donnie, let's start with you and let's quickly go through it, and then we'll get on to Krugersdorp.
Yeah, Maz, I've always been a fan of the pin out. Obviously, in my days when I was on-course PJ to a professional and everything, it's like I used to putt it. That was the rules. I must say, it's like I do feel, with the pin in, precisely what you said as well. It's like I feel like I always tend to putt softer with the flag in, because I'm scared of the same thing that you mentioned, where the ball hits the flag, maybe a bit too hard and it actually ricochets out and doesn't drop. So, yeah, I prefer the flag out.
Ricky?
Mine will be a lot shorter. I keep it in. The stats showed that having the flag in actually increases your chances for the ball to drop. So if you guys might have a ball ricocheting off, it would have probably if it wasn't in, as an example, it would have been out anyways. So just make sure the flag is in the middle, and I keep it in. It's much better for my eyes in the end.
Alignment, or what do you think it is?
I think alignment does play a role in that one. For me, it's just it's a smaller section of the hole that I'm looking at, because I'm looking at the hole, for instance. So for me, it's a smaller place to look for and get the ball closer. So for me, it just works better. I prefer to keep it in.
I pretty much, if I'm far away, and I think most of us will agree, if we're far away, we all putt to within range of where you can make it, and then we pull the pin. The only time I really keep the pin is if the shadow is falling exactly on the line I'm trying to play. And then I'll just putt on the shadow line. I use that at advantage. It doesn't happen too often, but it happens now and again. Wayne, what are you? In or out?
Most guys will know me. I like to take it out even for my chip in and that. I also like to pull the flag sometimes. I just believe if you take the flag out, the hole is just that much bigger. So you've got a bit more of a chance of it going in, regardless of what the stats say. I know what Vicky says, and I've seen the stats. It is true what he says. But me, in my personal mind, make the hole bigger if you can. Pull the flag out.
Yeah, I agree with you. And a lot of the guys also agree with you. I'm going to put them in quickly. This is what we all had to say. Hanu says, uphill, out, Daniel, in. That's also a very good point. RJ, thanks for watching, RJ. He says, out. Moneo Kelly, out. Too many misses when in. Louis says, in or out, still going to miss the putt. Very good. Leon, I think the pin makes the hole smaller. Yes, I agree with you there. Hansi, preferred out. Had too many fall after, falling after hitting the pin. Gerard says, Mrs. likes it in. Okay, thanks, Gerard. Ian says in. And Hanu says, aim small, miss small. Aim small, miss small.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yes, okay. Hanu, like it.
He likes it. Right. Let us, if you still want to comment on it, be my guest. Let us move on to Krugersdorp, and we'll try to run through this as quick as possible. Right. Results, if you did not know, we had Kunrad Pretorius Sr. taking the victory at Krugersdorp. It was a tight affair. I think there were many people in contention coming down the last few holes who could have taken the victory, but Kun, who played with Donnie, managed to stay on top of it, sinking a clutch putt from quite a way out after duffing it in a bunker to make his 5, to stay on -1 and beating Mark on a countback by just 1 point. Mark coming in second. Ian Holzhausen, another top 5 finish. Wayne, another top 5 finish. Grant Nell, tied with Sepp, well done, on +2. Jean-Louis de Toy, who is the Thursday Series leader now, on +3. Boren Knutzer, Dani Geldernes, another top 10, and Jaco Jacobs. Right, I caught up with the boys as I normally do, the top 5, and let's hear what they had to say after their round. Grant, very important day today, and you've managed to finish top 5. A good points haul for the player of the season. Happy with it?
Very, very chuffed with the points. Still really trying to chase the player of the season rank. Still out there. Let's see where we go.
Talk about your game today.
First 9 was lekker, but my phone was so busy. That's part of business. Second 9 I really pulled it off. Came back nice. Made 2 birdies. That was a lekker round.
Wayne, another top 5 finish. This is great for your player of the season ranking points. How did it go today?
Well, I will be honest, I changed the game plan a lot. Today I only used the driver 3 times today. I'm starting to think about taking Dani's advice of not using the driver all the time, getting myself comfortable in with the irons that I've put in. So it was actually pretty good. I struggled on the greens today. Was putting for putting for birdies 9 times, and I only made 1. But it was pretty good, and yeah, I'm glad with the top 5. It's definitely going to help with the overall rankings. So I'm trying to get up there. But Grant and Stephen and all these guys, they're also playing some good golf. But let's see what happens. Let's push through and go through.
Ian, another top 5 finish. Can you believe it? Well played. Did you think you were in contention?
Yes, Master, 4 times in a row. So yeah, maybe next time I'm lucky. Contention, actually not. You know, I was struggling the last time line. Wind was very hard. I started very bad. I was +4 after 3 hours. So yeah, but I put it back. Yeah.
4 pars in a row. That must have helped.
Yeah, it did help. So that brought me back to -1.
When are you going to win one?
Mas, I don't know. That's a big question on everyone's lips now. So yeah, but hopefully, next season at Glendower.
Unlucky clubhouse leader for a while, but unfortunately lost our account back. Second place. Happy with your round?
Very happy. Yeah, well done to Kund. Was kind of wishing some bad luck on him, but well done. And yeah, no, nice back 9. Shot level par on the back 9. So.
Were you refreshing the live scoring to see what was happening?
I was all the time, and the 17th took a long time for them to finish, but yeah, it was fun.
Well, it's would you say it's a bit of form? What was the best part of your game?
Actually, hit the ball well. I think I had 8 greens in regulation on the back 9. So
nice.
Yeah, and actually, I was one of the few that enjoyed the greens being so fast.
Kom, jy's die wenner.
Nooit.
Jy is. Ek sê vir jou. 2 years later and you finally get your second victory. Were you surprised? Did you know what was happening?
No, I don't know. It just all come together. It's difficult to say. Kunara just told me this morning, I better won this thing today.
That final putt, that had to go in to win it. Well done on making that. Was that nerve-wracking?
It was nerve-wracking. It was a white knuckle. It was a pressure putt.
Tell me, second victory, you happy?
I'm very happy. Thanks, Nos. I enjoy it. It took me 2 years,
Yeah.
But keep going. I'm 73 now. Now remember, we're going to the 80 now. I'm just gonna have another one before I get 80.
Awesome to see. Great gentleman, Koen Pretorius. So well done to him. Surprised as ever. Donnie, you played with him. I just want to say, he says, it took me 2 years to win another trophy. What about some of us? We're trying to win a trophy after 3 or 4 or 5 years. Some of us haven't even won one. We've been on the tour forever.
Yeah,
High standards.
true. No, true. No, but Lakum is such a legend, such a gentleman as well. He played so well that front nine. It's like I think he had like sort of five 3-pointers. He didn't set a foot wrong. He was playing to his strengths. It's like literally getting in the play, and then if he was in trouble, just getting it back into play, and then from there, getting it on the greens and getting his points. But on the back nine, I think he got a bit tired towards the end. There was a couple of holes where the bad shots came out. But the funny thing is he actually didn't know that he was leading, because like obviously I was entering the scores and I didn't mention anything to him, just to try and keep him calm. And it's like going down that last hole. It was like when he duffed that bunker shot, I was like, oh no.
Yep.
But that was a good putt to make to take the win.
It was one of those situations. As I started strolling towards the green, he saw me and he was like, oh crap. What does that mean? What is it? He thought I was there for Donnie. I was not there for Donnie. Definitely not. I just want to go back to the scorecard quickly. Look at that hole. From hole 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
Minus
3-pointer,
3. No, I lied. Sorry. 4, 5, 6, 3 points, 3 points, 3 points. That was pretty good to get him going. Let's move on to the pins that happened on the day. I see Wayne won one of them, playing well on the day.
Definitely. It was considering the wind and all of that. It was a good day out.
How far was this, Wayne?
The 6 was, that one was the 9. Oh, that was a close one. That must have been about 1.5 feet or so.
Sure.
That was a close one, yeah.
And it's a tough hole.
Actually, yeah, it was. I will be honest. I actually tried to play towards the middle and safe fish and whatever, but I don't know what happened. It just went straight for the pin. And when I saw it going straight for the pin, I just said to the guys, I've got to put my name up. And then the ball landed next to the cup. So it was a bit of a luck and a bit of a oopsie, but I'll take it.
Par 4 9th is the closest in 2. That was Simon Mayer. And then the par 3 14th was Barrett Knutzer that I've allocated. Right, let's have a look at the groups, Frikkie.
Yeah, Group A on +1. Wayne Jensen is always lucky to win on a +1. He beat Hansie Hamann, Billy Hall, Pieter Prinsloo and Dani Geldenhuis. Group B +3, the leader of the pack, can I say, John Ray de Toy. He beat Jamie Sherry, Russell Tanny, Baron Knutzer and Scott Hamilton.
Right, you're going to want to know what's happened with the head-to-heads in our virtual team fantasy thingy. I have won as captain. That's all I can say. So I'm going to take the bragging rights there. My team, 7 points to Andre's 3 points. Funny enough, Andre and myself halved our match, and there was a half between Eddie and Leon as well, which cancels it out and gives us a full point. But there it is. Myself, Paul Ricketts winning our game. Who else won for us? Jaco Jacobs, Simon, Thornell won for us, and Grant Nell. So well done, the blue team.
Yeah, Maz.
Yes.
Sorry, Maz, I just need to quickly give a shout out there to Leon Oosthuizen from -9 to +9. Great golfing there.
No, that's quite a swing. But it happens. It happens to the best of us because that's how golf is. All right, the 4-ball alliance on the day with 2 scores to count. Oh, surprise, surprise. Wayne, I copied and pasted your image quite a bit for the show. Talk us through this one.
I see that. I will be honest. Apologies, Jan Venter and Mr. Jean-Ray Venter. I think this 4-ball was actually just a 2-ball, Wayne and Sepp, at the end of the day, because shame, Jan and Jean-Ray, both of them struggled. And with the match play as well, we had to do the teams against them as well. And we pretty much cleaned them as well. So I want to say more it was Wayne and Seppi, because Seppi made a 5-pointer on the 7th, and then there was 2 4-pointers, if I'm not mistaken. So he pulled through quite a bit as well. So I wasn't able to make as much points as he did, but yeah.
Good going. Something I like to look at, and let's have a look at the hole ranks and see what was the hardest holes and the easiest holes on the course. Well, if we scan our eyes through it, number 1 is the 18th, believe it or not, with an average of 1 point, just about. Can you believe the 18th is that difficult? But it is. If you don't get the drive off right, then you're going to struggle, eh, boys?
Yeah, absolutely.
And the hardest hole is, there's a joint between the 6th and the 9th. The 6th, which one is, that's the par 3. Oh no, sorry, the easiest hole is the 6th and the 9th.
Yeah, Maz, it's like I think it's interesting stats. I think that 18th hole, especially where the pin position was on the day behind that water, I think that was a sucker pin. I think that's why I was like, hole 18 was definitely the toughest. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It was right behind that little water feature of theirs for sure. So that is what Krugersdorp had for us. We'll look at all the rankings and standings after we finish with Glendower. But we're going to segue quickly because I mentioned that we've got a swing analysis from Coach Dill. And this time around, I thought, let's get a swing that is pretty decent. And I sent it to him, and he sent it back not too long later. And he says, well, that was easy. Well, here we go. Hanu Oosthuizen.
All right, we got Mr. Hanu here, and we all know how well Mr. Hanu hits this driver. Obviously quite an athletic guy, but he doesn't hit it well by chance. He just does so many things well. This isn't even textbook. This is better than textbook. So in this swing analysis, we're actually going to use it as a guideline and some tips that other Duckhook golfers and viewers can maybe work into their own swing. So the setup here, obviously fantastic and very, very athletic. So the two real things we want to do, especially in terms of driving, the tips we want to take here from Hanu, is going to be the leg action. So we're going to see very little leg action on the backswing. Okay, maintains that wide stance, wide base, big shoulder turn. Okay, no problem with the overswing with the driver. Absolutely no issue there. He's maintained all his angles. Legs are fantastic. And then the second thing is this spine angle. All right, if you can get your spine angle there in the backswing, okay, with all your clubs, then you're going to be doing a lot of stuff really, really well. So we got the quiet legs in the backswing, beautiful spine angle, all right, and then very active, aggressive leg action in the downswing. There's his press, and you can see the legs are gone. Okay, beautiful technique, athletic, all right, and that's how you want to hit a driver. Okay, and the down the line view, again, very athletic, extremely strong back, nice lines. One little thing that Hanu can work on, this right wrist, right forearm in the setup, not quite right, and that leads to a little bit of excess face rotation. So he takes the club away nicely on plane, but a lot of face rotation that he's going to need to account for later in the swing. So if he can get that a little bit neater, that's going to lead to a little bit better dispersion. Yeah, so there's a little thing that Hanu can work on. Okay, he's got that right arm just slightly externally rotated there in the setup, and then obviously as soon as he takes it away, it wants to return to its natural position. Okay, and that causes the face to open up a little bit early. Okay, so we want to get him a little more set in with the elbow in the right hand, and then when he takes the club away, okay, the club face is a lot squarer for a lot longer, and that's just going to bring that dispersion in nicely.
Well, there we go. Thank you, Coach. And if you played with Hanu, he does bomb it. When he gets hold of it, it really does fly. When he's playing well, I played with him at Glendower. It's nice to watch. I think I'm a lucky omen because I played with him twice now and he's finished in the top 5. Unfortunately, the 9th, where it was in contention, he hit it in the water to mess it up just a bit. Donnie, I have something for you now. I want to test your commentating skills, Donnie. As we know, I've got a slow-mo of Donnie's swing. And we know that he's a bit of a Hideki, right? So in his Hideki, he sits up there. But I've done this in real time. The swing is slow-mo. But the pause is the important thing. That's in real time. So, Donnie, I want you to commentate on this for us. Because I'm thinking, what is going through your head at the top of your swing? Okay.
This is going to take long.
It might take long. So, Donnie, take us through this. What are you thinking?
With the takeaway, I'm just trying to get the club head like leading away from the hands, and then
wait for it
at the top.
This is real time. Wait, he's still not yet.
Milkshake sounds right.
Yeah. So you see, and then eventually he goes down, and then he hits the ball. Also powers through it.
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking is like other way that we can go is like is like touch, Boys.
Did I miss anything, or was that it? Those are generally the things that go through your head on the top of your backswing, but you got to do it 14 times on the driver.
Well, the thing is, when I'm playing team match plays like with Frikkie, it's like at the top is like, oh, fuck, waar. Oh, sorry. It's like, waar het Frikkie my ingeslaan nou?
Very good. I enjoyed that. So, yeah, Donnie. Right, let us move through. Now we've got Krugersdorp. Done Krugersdorp. Now we've got Glendower, everyone. And this is what happened on Sunday. Another game where it was topsy-turvy and anybody could have taken it at one stage. No, I don't mean everybody, but you know what I mean. Maybe the top 10. But at the end, Jason Ivans prevailed on -4 all by himself, 40 points. Kunrad, another great game. I actually thought he was going to win it, a back-to-backer at one point, but unfortunately couldn't hold on. Brian Owen, as I mentioned at the beginning of the show, he has had a great game, and he really needed to. Barry Fencer, he had a chance as well. Billy Hall, he was flying at one stage. I think he was up to -6, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. There's Frikkie again. Gerard Sneeman, good finish. Hanu, tied fourth with them. Pranay, good to see him back in the top 10. And Martin Tata. All the results, if you go to the 2022 calendar tab on the website, all the results are there of every game if you need to be reminded. As always, I caught up with the top 5 who were at the club afterwards, and this is how they broke down their day. Barry, top 5 finish. You had a chance today on the last, unfortunately not. How did it go?
How's it, Maz? Yeah, it went well today. Greens are looking good, nice and soft at least. The fairways are not too bad. I can see obviously they're trying to fix them, but my golf was not too bad. Lost a lot of points on the field, left a lot of birdies short, but such is life. Golf wasn't too bad.
Upward swing of form, hopefully?
Every time I say that, I jinx myself, so I'm just saying I'm just playing the golf with the Duckhook boys. Last time I said I'm playing well, hitting form.
Yeah.
Then I bombed out a couple of times, so I'm just trying at least.
Good form going on here in the latter stages of the season. Well done.
Yeah.
Top 10 finish. How'd it go?
Thank you. Yeah, I can say thank you to Dylan. Helped me a lot with finding out some smaller issues which I can clearly benefit from now. For today was that one par 5, the last one on the second line, which I bombed out. If it wasn't for that, I would have had a better score or tied second. But overall, I'm happy with my game.
Another top 5 finish. This man is on form, I tell you.
Yeah,
Tell us about it.
Yeah, Maz, it was a lucky day. The first 9, I think I got 16 points, and yeah, I wasn't too positive. Just had so many fades with my driver. And then the second 9, yeah, I think I had 3 birdies in 6 holes, so yeah, that helped. Almost got the holy one in that par 3 over the water. Can't remember which hole, but yeah, so like a tappy birdie there, and yeah, it was a lucky day.
You needed today to finish well, so you can push Frikkie at the top of the standings. How did it go? Second place.
Excellent. First 9, 22 points. Unfortunate 2 blackouts on the back 9, but yeah, it was a very, very good day. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
There's only 3 games left.
Yes.
What's the plan? You've got to go low.
Got to go low. I think I'm going to have to practice a little more, and yeah, let's hope for the best. I'm going to catch up to Frikkie.
Why are you smiling, man?
Hey, oh, so one more shot.
Okay, let's see. Oh, Jason, that means you are the winner, eh?
I think so, eh?
Lucky,
Yeah,
man.
it's been a long
Congrats.
time. Thank
Lucky,
you very
man.
much.
So,
Thank you.
tell us about the game.
I know, I mean, it was a very good game. I think we had a lot of long putts, and our match play kept me going for a long time. It
Yeah.
went down to the 17th, so I had to keep trying.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a very enjoyable game today.
Okay, well done, dude.
No, thank you very much.
Lekker.
Jason Ivans! Yeah, no, it's nice to be in the winner's circle again. It's been a long time. Yeah, I really enjoyed the game. So,
And into the major, the players.
Oh yes, yeah, into the major. Yeah, it's the first one this season.
Yes.
So yeah, it'll be quite enjoyable to play that again.
I'm actually shocked that it's the first major he's playing. Somewhere of his caliber, not to have made the first 2 majors is surprising. But welcome to the players, Jason. For sure.
Yeah. No, Maz, I just want to give a shout out to all the Gerard Snyman over there. Literally, I would say 2 to 3 weeks ago, he was going through some massive swing changes, and working with Dill that got his game literally into that point where he almost wanted to hang them up above his TV. And for him to have that good finish, well done to him for perseverance. It's like the wheel always turns in golf, so that's a good thing.
It's a very good saying, Donnie. The wheel always turns in golf. When you were saying something while we were watching that.
Yeah, even listening to Donnie considering that. I don't know if the guys have noticed, and I was just having a look now, this point of the season this year. We focus on the top 5 or the top 10 or whatever, but if you actually have a look, there's a lot of guys that are actually doing very well and playing consistently well. So there's a huge group, not just the top guys, that are actually doing very well. So it's still anybody's game at the end of the day. And I think it's actually quite impressive. I think it's the closest season that we've had with so many guys that are doing so well.
Yeah, you're right. And what fascinates me is the way you can see the form swing. They're up there, then they average, and then they up there, and then they stay there for a bit, and then golf happens. But it has been very close. So let's hope we get to the end of the season and we really get down to the Summer Cup once again. If you didn't see Jason's scorecard, I'll just quickly run through it. He played from the first, he got to the 9th on -1, and then from the 9th, he had a nice stretch of 3-pointer, 3-pointer, 3-pointer to get to -3, and then a little 16th, another 3-pointer, and then he had to, at the end, he had to make the par at the end to take the victory. So that is it. Never over par, either even or under. Well done, Jason. Nice to see you back in the winner's circle. Right, let's go through all the little things. Who wants to take us through this one?
Let me go with this. Par 3 third, Mr. Dana Perumal. Glad to see him making some, or get some prizes there. We've got the par 3 6, Grant Nell again, somewhere under the pictures. Par 3 17th, we've got Billy Hall, awesome guy. And then the par 4th, the 11th, Jason Ivans. What's it? Closest to 2, eh?
Yes.
Yes, correct, yeah.
There we go.
So, yeah, well done to these guys.
Have a look at the groups. Fricky, you can continue, but the thing that you need to notice is everybody's under par in these groups. Who won?
Yeah, I think that's the first time in probably ever. I can't remember that we've ever had that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, Group A, we've got Mr. Frikkie Barnard beating Ryan Jensen, Martin Tauter, and Vickers Lee. Group B, Gerard Snyman beating Kobus Kuman, Sean Lawless, and Edwin Stoll. We've got Wimkuna beating Nicky Wallengoed and Neville Kurtz and Matthew Whittle on -3. Yeah, that's some good scores there.
Some very good scores. Right, moving to the head-to-head, and I can tell you, right, the blue team have won another one. So that's 2 in a row to take it 13-11. Well done, Captain Jaco Jacobs. There you go, +8. With his team of Jan, Brian, Gerard, Louis, Cornell, Neville, Sepp, Karuna, and Matthew Page. Right. So well done, blue team. We're almost there.
Yeah.
And we'll see how it all ends. Football Alliance quickly. 2 scores to count. Flicky was in this one.
Yeah, this was a lekker four-ball. I think we did very well. Obviously, me and Brian, we were the guys in the minus figures here. Brian playing a match play against Peter Prinsloo and me with a semi match play with Ian Holzhausen. But yeah, I mean, it was a lekker day. It's actually great.
Good.
Scoring
Look at how many
there.
6-pointers you've got. You only went under 5 points once.
That would be an awesome Alliance score in any golf day. So,
What
yeah,
a
it was
ringer
lekker.
Alliance score that. They would have chucked you out the golf course. But although you shot 96 points, that would have been 10th in a normal golf day.
Yep.
Most probably, yeah.
Yeah. And that's what I like about
Yeah,
this,
well
is
done to that
because
football.
this is a true indication of what the score should be if a team plays out of their shoes. It should never be over 100. Come on. The amount of golf days I've played where that score was...
Sharp pencil. Yes, sharp
yes.
pencil.
Donnie, whole ranks quickly for this one.
Yeah, the most difficult hole was the ninth. You know, with 1.33 points as an average. I think that the water came into factor. And I'll
Tight
be
drive
honest,
off the tee box.
that's it. I'll be honest. I was one of them that donated a golf ball to to the course. So yeah, and then the easiest hole is the fifth hole. That's the stroke. I think
Stroke 3.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, stroke 3. It's an interesting hole. It's you know, it's quite a
surprising.
long hole with a drive. You know, you've got like a sort of a mid iron in, and that green is not the easiest.
That's actually surprising. But again, there's a couple of double strokers that might have made pars there, or
Yeah.
fives, to push that average up. The stroke 1 you can see is the second easiest hole, and that would probably also be the reasoning behind that is the double strokes. All right, so that is Glendower, and we're done and dusted for August. Now, let's have a look quickly at the series standings going into September. And don't forget, proudly sponsored by Strixon. Series winners, welcome back, Fricky. The series winners, as you know, will win a year's supply of Strixon golf balls of their choice. Something that's really, really nice to have because you won't have to buy another golf ball for a while. Let us go through Sunday
I can
Series
attest to
1.
that one, yes.
And I'm sure that there are 1 or 2 people that feature on all of these. Shandon is currently the leader by 2 points in Sunday Series 1 on 207 points. Total, 207, total 237 points. Steve Saunders up there, 205, 2 points back. And there you are, Fricky. You're only 3 points back. And the way you're carrying on, you can make up that difference.
Yeah, Mas, I'm not so sure about that. I think the handicap is getting a hammering now with this last 2 rounds. So, yeah, it's going to be a tough one. Yeah, I don't see myself featuring very long into this top 10. But, yeah, we'll see. Still going to grind. Form is good. So, yeah.
Modesty. That's all I can say. Then we see there's 4 guys tied on tied 3rd, and then 2 on tied 7th, and then tied 9th. So there's only 6 points that separate the top 10, everybody. That is pretty good going, if I don't say so myself. Thursday series, well, as I mentioned, Jean-Andre de Toy has moved back into the top spot by only 1 point because he finished above Andre Kotze, who had a bit of a struggle at Krugersdorp, and so did Donnie. Donnie, well, at least you're 3rd, and within 4 points again. Anything can happen, eh?
Yeah, no, definitely. It's like somewhere along the line, like I said, that wheel turns. So Jandre is, I think, due for a little bit of a blunder. You know, not to wish it upon him, but you know, it's like we'll have to see.
And I think this one is probably not going to be so tight as the previous, because as you see, the top 5 are separated by 10 points. So let's look at the top 5 for a victory here and see what happens. Sunday Series 2. Oh, well, Fricky. You might as well have the honors and take it away.
Yeah, Sunday 2. Yeah, it's me that's in the top.
But look how many points you're ahead.
Yes, is it that much?
7 points ahead, pal.
Yeah, well, it was a good day at Glendower. But yeah, Owen made up 1 point, I think. Yeah, -2, -3. And then, yeah, we've got the Clint Broeders on 237. Jana Venter that fell back a little bit. Stefan Lombard, it's there. Our partner, Donnie Geldenhuis, is daar so. Ryan Jensen fell off a little bit. Kero Connell is awesome to come in there. Cornel Erasmus, and then Gerard Snyman making it. So, yeah, we were talking about that one, and Gerard is very chuffed to be back in a Sunday Series 2.
That's it. And his ultimate goal is to make the shootout team. That's all he wants to do, is be in the top 10. To make the shootout team, that's automatic entry. Then there's the Barbarians team, and those are the guys who just miss out. There is a criteria. If you've won one and you miss out of the top 10, you'll be in the ranking points. If you're in the top 20, you'll be in, etc., etc. So we do choose the guys who should be in the Barbarians team. Right, now it comes down to, we've played 2 qualifying events on each of the series, and this is what it looks like coming down September, which is the last qualifying series. automatic entries, our player of the season last year, Flicky Barnard, and Ronnie Volherter, Series 2 winner, Grant Nell from the Masters, Trevor Miller from the Open is automatic, and then, as I mentioned, Henry Hall gets one of those spots for winning at, where was it, Coral Creek. Don't forget, it's Eye of Africa on the 30th of September. Let's have a look at Series 1. Leon and Greg have won, so they are in. Hanu Ooster is in a good finish at Waterkloof. Gets it, that's 3. He will probably be in. I would say up to about Ryan Jensen would be pretty much confirmed who making it into the major. Then after that, people can fall away if other guys finish better. So it's Jean-Ray Venter, Stefan Nerrit, Jean-Ray Henning, Leon Duplessis, Jaapie de Plooy, Sean Lawless, Flicky Steyn, Ryan Jensen, Louis Gerber, Shannon Schaefer, and Richard Stewart. Thursday series, Koen with his win, and Ian collecting plenty of points with some good finishes. Second at Killarney, and then what was it? Top 5. Let's just go over that in Krugersdorp. Andre Kotzer is in, Mark Borragero, Wayne Jensen, there, Wayne, Lukey, Barrett, myself. Hopefully I can stay in. Lyle, Jandre, Donnie, Yaku Jacobs, Oki Brits, and Seth Robertson. Sunday 2, Jason, Bobby, Gerard Snyman's third there. That's how well he's been playing. Brian Owen, currently, Steve Saunders, Barry Fenter, Jan Fenter, Pranade, Rakesh, Stephen Lombard, Billy Hall, Martin, Hansi, and Kira. I ask once again, boys, you know when this is, so take leave. Join us. It's going to be a fantastic, fantastic day. And let's not forget that the winner will win a 2-night stay for 4 golfers, including a round of golf at Champagne Sports Resort, proudly our sponsor for this one. That is it from my side. Let me just check that I've gone through everything. I just want to remind people that it's almost 2 weeks to go to the Duckhook Challenge 500. We're probably close to about 40 guys who have entered. We're hoping in the next 2 weeks that we can get it up to 50. So let's make a push, boys. Invite your friends. Let's have 36 holes out on the course and have a proper golf day of plenty golf. Mind you, Richard Stewart's
Thanks, guys.
Last words with you, boys.
Yeah, no, hopefully.
Yeah, keep it slow, guys. Enjoy.
Yeah, hope everybody's got a good week going.
Yeah.
Have a good one, and thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. We'll be back on air on Wednesday to preview Wingate. That's right, Wingate's Nest. So we'll be back on air, and then we'll talk you through that. And then the following week, we'll review and preview the Challenge 500. Everybody, from the chat line, thank you again for watching. It's much appreciated when everybody watches because it makes the work worthwhile. That's it from me, and see you next time. Cheers, boys. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Lekker, guys. Cheers, eh?